Hey, howdy. Oop, I did not mean to do that. Hang on. Hang on. Abort, abort. There we go. So, I got some fun plans for today. So without question, hang on, my volume is a bit loud. And while I'm at it, close out Discord in case I get a ping. So I have plans for today. First plan is I want to go visit Platformer World because that's the daily, but after that, there's quite a few new areas that are branching off from, I think it's negative space, and like the worlds around that area that are by Roku have been expanded upon quite a lot. But first I want to go to Platformer World, and then I want to go to Pudding World and something off of that. So Platformer World is... okay. I can feel my voice is still a little... it's not hoarse, but it's a little tired from yesterday. Because for those of you that didn't see it, and I mean you're under no obligation to watch it if you don't care about Yick, but I finished the game. I stayed up until like 2:30 and just spent the entire day playing through the game. Nope. There we are. This area is great. I love how unabashedly weird this world is. Oh. Neat. My voice is slightly tired, so I'm not going to do anything beyond this for today. I give myself a little bit longer to cool down. But I have enough in my tank for a little bit of Tukey, at least. God, right. This is a new area. It's Soy Basket Void. Seafood Abyss. Huh. Looks like it's under construction. Alright, now we get to the funniest stuff. The main thing is... okay, Serene Docks and Stony Buildings are the two places that I want to go. So I guess I just go to... I definitely have to go to Ornamental Plains to start with. I gotta say, it feels weird to be done with Yik, and it feels weird to have, like, a slot open again. It's been a while. Because I didn't give much time between playing Suits and playing Yik. It was like... How long was it? It was like a week or so, if that? I didn't give it that much breathing room. And then Yik took a little bit longer than Suits and was much more draining on my sanity than Suits was. I ended up really liking Suits' Absolute Power. I'm happy I played that. And as for Yik, well, I'm not going to be using my voice, but I will be writing up a long community post, just, like, fully discussing my thoughts on the game before I fully shut the book on it and stop talking about it. Little rainbow. But actually, I can get a picture here. That's a fun little trick. Is that if you use eyeball bomb, you'll face towards the camera, so you can just use it. You can use it in various situations if you want Ursuki to face towards the camera. Is this a teleport? Okay, here's Serene Docks. Ooh. Pretty. I'm not sure if this is one of the places I was planning on going. Wasn't there a Jade something? Jade Block Mounts. But classes have started, and just off of two of the classes I already have, I feel like I'm going to vocational school suddenly. It's like, before the first day of class, my discrete math professor my symbolic logic professor hit me with like 3 or 4 proprietary tools that we're going to be using for our assignments, and I'm just looking at it like, damn, this is like real life shit, huh? This is the kind of stuff that you would use at a high level to write a thesis paper. And then in computer organization, we're using something called Logisim. A Logisim Evolution, which is just like a super well-respected circuit board diagram software, basically. Oh. Is this connection broken? But it's basically circuit diagram software. And it'll be fun, especially because I don't know the first thing about circuit diagrams besides Little Big Planet 2. Because that game's depictions of logic gates and circuits are actually pretty damn close to how they're depicted in Logisim. But I'm excited for the things to come. I'm still, and I know I belabor the point quite a bit, I'm very happy that I will get to play World of Goo. Because that game is dope. And then after that, pardon me, I'm gonna have to play with one hand for a second while I look on my phone for something. Ah! I pressed Windows. Yeah, I have a whole list of games that I am kind of interested in playing. And World of Goo is at the top of that short list, but some of the other highlights that might be interesting are, I kind of want to. I've been wondering about Knuckle Sandwich. I'm not sure if I'm going to play it, but maybe I'll at least watch a playthrough of it because it seems like a similar kind of thing as Yick, that it's a indie RPG passion project that kind of, because it was made by only a small amount of people and over a long period of time, it kind of lacks direction. Not to dunk on the game or anything, but I've heard very mixed things about it, and it's made me, it's interesting. Because the things I've heard about it are not strictly negative. It's not like Yick, where almost everything that I've heard about it is, this game is bad, don't play it, don't play it, don't play it. With Knuckle Sandwich, it's a bit more nuanced, and it's like, this game... Oh, the music here is so much quieter than it used to be. With Knuckle Sandwich is a lot more like, this game is interesting, and it tries to do interesting things, but it has a lot of very large problems. And it's respectable that they have these goals in mind, but these goals don't always gel, and some of the mini games, it has a similar kind of a similar battle system as Yick, from what I've gathered, that it's also turn-based RPGs with like mini games that you have to clear in order to dodge attacks. So it's like a Paper Mario, WarioWare kind of thing. But apparently the quality of those mini-games varies a lot, and some of them genuinely feel like random chance, which is never a good thing for a game like that. Ooh. What else is on that list? I kind of want to check out some of Code Parade's projects. Because to those of you that don't know Code Parade is a programming YouTuber. And he's done some cool shit. He's done some extremely interesting stuff. Is this Wilderness from Yumaniki, but with Legos? Oh my god, the guys! Look at them! Dog mushrooms! Where am I right now? It was Stony Building, and then Clubhouse Yard. And then Clubhouse Yard to Toy Desert, I believe, is where I am right now. Ah, okay, this is a spur. It doesn't get further than this. There's Festive Archipelago, which connects back up to Christmas World. Let's head back to the Nexus again, so that I can chart another path, because it's probably easier than finding my way back through that area. What else we got? Because I want to play Hyperbolica or 4D Golf when that comes out, because they both look like super, super interesting projects. And, I mean, by the same token, 4D Minor I'm also kind of interested in, but I'm not sure I'd want to make videos on it. It seems like a extremely, extremely cool concept, but maybe not for making videos about it. It seems like a more interesting thing to just, like, dick around with friends in multiplayer. What else is there? Undertale Yellow, of course. I've mentioned that before. I am very much interested in playing that game, and the YouTube algorithm has not figured out that I like Undertale. Or at least not... I obviously like Undertale and Deltarune, but the YouTube algorithm doesn't know that, so I've gotten no spoilers. And I intend to keep it that way. I've seen like 1 or 2 vague things from the peripheral, but nothing cute, nothing big. And even if I did, it wouldn't be enough to turn me off from playing the game, because I am the type of person, Is this Empty Abode? No. Yes, wait. This is Empty Abode. The creatures. I'm not the type of person to be unmotivated to play something because I've had plot details spoiled to me. Worms! What? What do you mean, worms? Oh my goodness gracious, it's worms! Holy shit, this is amazing. Okay, for the record, this is what I was looking for. Oh my god. It's worms. And there is a place that connects off from here, so I'll try and find it. Because the thing is, I'm the type of person that I will still play it, even if I know spoilers. I'd probably enjoy it more if I didn't have spoilers, but I'm not the type of person to completely avoid something, since it takes all, it would take all the tension out of it if I knew how it ended. But I'm also aware that most people are not like that, and would prefer to actually be surprised, What else is there? There's In Stars and Time, which I haven't seen too much discourse about this game besides a single playthrough. I haven't even seen the playthrough, I've seen thumbnails by Jello Apocalypse. That's it. I've seen no one else mention this game, and from the looks of it, and from like the Steam reviews, it seems like a genuinely incredible game. What else is there? Sort of in the same ballpark as In Stars and Time, I also kind of want to play Super Lesbian Animal RPG, because I've heard that game is really, really good. Now, I am fully aware that I'm not the target demographic for that game. Is this a blunt? Am I going crazy? Is this a blunt? I think that's a blunt. It's like, I know for a fact that I'm not the target demographic for super lesbian animal RPG. I'm not a lesbian. I mean, that should be obvious. I'm not a lesbian. And this is gonna sound weird at first, but I was also never into My Little Pony. That sounds weird, but I don't know how accurate this is, but I remember hearing that Super Lesbian Animal RPG was originally a My Little Pony fan game. And it sort of evolved over time into completely original characters, because if you so much as breathe a word of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic without clearance, Hasbro will get your ass. They will send Pinkerton agents to your house to take the game files by force. Not really, but they are super protective of their IP. It took me an embarrassingly long time to realize that IP was short for intellectual property. It can make sense now, but it took me way too long to figure that out. What else is there? Ah, yes. So I mentioned before that I was watching streams by Holly Holotones. And something that Holly likes doing is playing Picross. And if you don't know what Picross is, it's... how to describe it? I think the proper term for them is nonograms. Picross is just the Nintendo name for them. Wait, Blue Restaurant? How did I end up in Sniper Bob Land? So true, bestie. But like Picross is the Nintendo name for it, but it's that they're generally called nonograms. And Murder by Numbers is one of those kinds of games that I've heard is really good. So I've been thinking like, hey, screw it, I should play it. It is on Steam. Okay. Let's head to Stony Buildings one more time. And see if we can fill out the rest of this. And the last thing that I have on this page... well, there's two things, but one of them doesn't really count. The last thing that that could be really interesting that's on this page that isn't just like a meme item is Pico 8 games. So, for those of you who have never heard of Pico 8, I wouldn't be surprised if you haven't heard of it, but if you've ever played the game Celeste, you know that part in the Oshiro Hotel where you can go into the back room and you can play like it's like a pixelated version of Celeste in a console that doesn't exist. So that is a Pico 8 game. Pico 8 is basically, it's a framework for people who want to it's an imaginary console with a similar sort of processing power as a NES. Maybe like a little bit better, a little bit worse. I don't know the exact specs. but it's it's a minimalist console essentially. There's an adage about how a painter works best when he doesn't have all of his paints, and that's basically the intent. But it's intentionally not as powerful as a lot of modern consoles, and it's super pixelated and crushed down to have minimum space to work with. Oh. Okay, I getcha. So I have to specifically head up to... Hang on. No, SpongeBob. I lost my train of thought. I was talking about SpongeBob. But, oh, cute. Really cute. Holy cow. But, Pico 8 games are surprisingly quite good for all the restrictions and for all the what's the best way to describe it? Because of the nature of the website, it's relatively obscure, and it's sort of just off in its own little corner of the internet. Meaning there's almost no memes. There are a few, but because there's a monetary barrier to entry, and because it requires a good amount of work to make Pico games, the only jokes that you really see are good jokes. And the games that you see, oh, there are some amazing games. And I was thinking, like, hey, it would be cool as hell if I just looked through a bunch of them. Oh, this is Muffin Spice World. Huh? This must be Blossoming Archipelago. Or Blossoming Archipelago, what did that say? Blossoming Wonderland. This place is super pretty. But I was just thinking, like, I should play through the Pico games. Just to show them off, because almost no one has really shown them off on YouTube. And there are some really, really cool games made by some very talented people, and some of them have even made their way over to Steam. So I was just thinking I should play through some of them and show them off. I wonder if there's a way to get through here. I don't know. Regardless, that's all I got. Thanks so much for watching.